I'm quite impressed, I have to say. I've seen an awful lot of planning applications for large housing developments because I sit on the Strategic Planning Committee, and I have never seen something with so much green space or facilities and infrastructure being put in first. It just doesn't happen. The difference here is because the council are the master developer, that we're seeing these things go in first. So I think it's great. I do. The plans for the school look good. The plans for the outside space look good. Allotments, community orchards, parks for children, SUD schemes that are actual sort of ponds and not sort of drains underground. I'm just really very pleasantly surprised.
We've had a really good response actually. All the conversations that I've had have been very, very informative, and also at the same time I've had some wonderful feedback that I can work on and draw upon to actually then start thinking about things like the stewardship programme, where I've had a number of conversations that we are sort of exploring further ideas because we've had more feedback and thought about what they would like in the future.
I think when developments like private developments come forward, you end up with sort of landscape and green areas as a sort of afterthought or a requirement to the planning process. And I think what we're trying to do here is trying to do something slightly different, which is basically saying we've got a much broader umbrella. And it means that we can actually look at it as a strategic delivery, so we can actually say, well, actually all of these green places, all of these places that are for parks for people are actually part of the wider scheme. They're not piecemeal, they're not individual little parks. And actually, as we all know, those parks always end up disappearing as the planning process goes through, because they're the bits that get nibbled at if people want more housing or whatever. The whole point of this is they get delivered early, so they're protected.
The landscaping designs here, the site is largely landscape-led. And we will be having significant amounts of green areas, open parks, habitats created with various water and non-water related items. Yes, it's going to be very nice.
We're looking for people's views, comments, and on the primary school we've got the 3D image here of the primary school, and we've got a site layout here, and we'd just love to hear people's thoughts on what we've got so far.
It's a new town essentially that's going to be built out over 30 years. The areas have planning permission for building. We can't wind back time. Now really is the time for people to put some positive energy into engaging and letting us know what they want to see on the site, and coming and taking part and being part of the decision making now going forwards. We have a fantastic opportunity now as a council and the existing communities, people in Cornwall, to deliver something special here that we wouldn't see from a private developer. And that's why it's so important that people come and have a look and feed in to this process now, because this is about what the homes, what the community and what the surroundings are going to be like for the people that are living in Langarth, and that's who we've got to have uppermost in our minds at the moment.